Greetings friends, Jawless Paul here. In this video we're going to be going over some of the basics for running in Hades, what types of bonuses you can find, both for your account and for the run specifically. There's two different pools of items. And then just some basics on how many hammers you can get, the types of boons you can find, and maybe some hidden mechanics that you hadn't thought of that might be helpful in the beginning. I'll start by talking about Hell Mode. Hell Mode is a way that you can play if you want certain heat modifiers to be on permanently. It also adds one additional heat modifier that can't be used in a regular save file that takes away the invulnerability you get when you take lots of damage. Other differences in Hell Mode are that you have heat on and available right away. Otherwise, you must beat the game once before you can enable the Pact of Punishment, or heat. And finally, you can't enable God Mode in a Hell Mode save file. Here's my feelings on Hell Mode, because I think that a lot of people think that that's like the true way to play the game or something, or that it's a more difficult way to play the game. Truthfully, I don't feel like it's better at all, because you can enable those settings in your Pact of Punishment whether you have Hell Mode on or not. But my feeling is that if you've progressed in a regular save file and you've gotten a lot of unlocks and you're like well on your way, I feel like creating a Hell Mode save file won't actually increase the difficulty all that much, and you'll just have to start over with unlocking things, which can be really frustrating. It takes a long time to unlock everything in this game. So if it were me, and it is me, I would stick with the original save file and just keep unlocking stuff. If you want a challenge, turn on the heat. The only thing you're missing out on is that final Pact of Punishment setting at the very bottom that you can't ever turn off on a Hell Mode save file. So that's my feelings about it. But with that being said, let's get back into it. Let's start with hammers. You'll only ever find 2 hammers during a run. In the final shop, you'll sometimes have the option to gamble for 2 random new hammer upgrades to replace one of the previous upgrades you chose. The game can become quite aggressive in giving you 2 hammers, especially before you leave Elysium, and will almost always offer a hammer in one of the Styx hallways if you have less than 2. Usually it's in your best interest to get 2 hammers as soon as possible. However, cast boon runs or certain challenge runs are not helped by hammers as much. You'll typically be offered 2 to 4 Hermes Boons in a run. Sometimes you will find one in the final shop of Tartarus, and often you will find one of them in Asphodel and Elysium. If for some reason you didn't get enough Hermes Boons during those biomes, Styx will offer Hermes in the final shop sometimes, and sometimes in one of the hallways. Hermes' keepsake does not guarantee that a Hermes boon will show up like the other Olympian keepsakes do, but it does serve as a prerequisite for his legendary boons. One thing to note in your cast runs is that Hermes has amazing boons for cast builds that really improve the feel of the run. Beyond that, adding more dashes is one of the best things you can get for survivability. One thing to note about the boon system is that they are divided into tiers. Tier 1 boons are anything that you can find in the first pack of a god, whereas Tier 2 boons require having a Tier 1 boon before it can show up. Tier 2 boons are often quite powerful and can provide interesting new effects. Also, legendary boons can show up if you have taken a Tier 2 boon from a deity, with some exceptions. Be sure to check your codex for legendary boon prerequisites. Additionally, there are duo boons that can show up if you have the boons from 2 different gods. I encourage you to check out your favorite gods and their duo boons. The duo boons have specific requirements, so be sure to check for those. You are able to pull up the codex when picking a boon in a boon pack. One final note on boon rooms: occasionally you'll find a trial of the gods. 2 gods, you must pick one, and then the other one tries to kill you before eventually giving you a boon as well. These rooms have some special rules. You can't receive duo boons from these rooms at all. I'm not sure if this is intended or if it's a bug, but it's in there. Additionally, the second god you pick will offer a replacement for one of the previous god's boons if it is a Tier 1 boon that can be replaced. The account bonus rooms can be very beneficial for your runs as well. The House Contractor sells upgrades that make Darkness give 5 additional total health, Gems give 20 gold, Keys give an extra roll. This works even if you don't have the mirror upgrades, by the way. And Nectar serves as a palm slice, which gives a random upgrade to one of your boons. Let's move on to movement mechanics in Hades. One of the most important things to practice in Hades is timing your dash to avoid damage. There are a few iframes where you won't take damage during the dash animation. sometimes it's actually better to wait a split second before dashing away from an attack if you know you won't evade the damage completely. This usually happens during certain boss fights or against very large attacks. The action in Hades is quite fast-paced, and sometimes it can be difficult to tell what is going on at various times. This requires a lot of practice to be able to pull off effectively, but practicing it is one of the best things you can do mechanically to improve your runs. Dash attacking is also incredibly important. Standing still is to be avoided in a roguelite game like Hades, so learn what the various dash attacks do. The thing to remember is that if you dash attack, you have fewer iframes than if you were to only dash. It should also be noted that Artemis is the only god with a dash boon that increases your dash attack damage. The others create an additional effect that is not affected by your weapon damage. The final things I will talk about in this video are Chaos Gates and Erebus Gates. Chaos Gates take a toll of 21 health to enter, which can be negated if you're wearing the egg. Their boons are extremely beneficial to any build, but they provide potential damage boosts for any build that isn't Doom, Lightning, or Hangover based. Erebus Gates have a heat level requirement to enter, 5 for Tartarus Gates, 10 for Asphodel Gates, and 15 for Elysium Gates. In these you'll face enemies from a variety of biomes, and you must kill them without taking damage to get the reward. And the reward will have bonus rarity for boons and will be double strength palms and hearts. It should be noted that you cannot find Erebus Gates or Chaos Gates in sticks. Well, that does it for some basic tips and mechanics in the game. I hope that was helpful. If it was, please like the video. If you want to see more videos like this, I have a whole playlist where I've put all of my guide videos for Hades. In addition, you can subscribe, and I upload new videos every day. Check below if you want to join the Discord or if you want to support the channel in any way. There's affiliate links, there's Patreon. Just if you want to, you're sure welcome to. Check me out on Twitch on Tuesday nights, Saturday mornings, Saturday nights, and then every other Friday, my wife and I get together and do something fun.
I became the sun, when I became the sun, I shone my light in the man's heart. Hey!
Anyway, we'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.